Astronaut Ice Cream is not a lie. Maybe. Freeze-dried dairy product enthusiast Professor Jelly here, and today we dive into the Astronaut Ice Cream page on this episode of Weird Wikipedia. There are not many items that have as complicated of a history as these do. Freeze-dried ice cream, as you likely know, is ice cream that's had the majority of its water removed through the freeze-drying process and requires no refrigeration. You were also probably told that astronauts ate this on the spaceship. And then you were also probably told later on that this has no connection whatsoever to astronauts, and this astronaut ice cream name is just a misnomer. So who is correct? Neither. In the early days of space exploration, food wasn't that big of a deal because these were extremely short voyages. However, for the Apollo program, which was planning on putting men on the moon, we were going to need something a little bit more substantial than nutrition substance that you squeezed out of a toothpaste tube. And to solve this issue, NASA was going to need food that was lightweight, tasty, and non-perishable. And they hit a great breakthrough with the invention of freeze drying. By removing the water content in the food, it both took out weight and made the food non-perishable, which was a true winner-winner freeze-dried chicken dinner for NASA. So, NASA contracted the Whirlpool Corporation, who started developing new and interesting foods that could be freeze-dried, and when you know it, one of those foods was freeze-dried ice cream. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's dive into the swamp. So, what is astronaut ice cream? You know, the ice cream that has the astronaut on it, ever eaten by astronauts in space. Freeze-dried ice cream was originally developed for the Mercury missions. However, it was not included on those missions. However, it was included on the first manned flight in the Apollo mission, Apollo 7, according to the press kit. However, Walter Cunningham, who was the last surviving member of this space flight, later said that he did not remember eating that ice cream on the flight. However, that does not mean that there was no freeze-dried ice cream on that flight, or just the other astronauts had it. You know, he just doesn't remember it because he was 82 years old when he was asked that question, and he can't remember one dessert that he ate decades ago while he was flying through the void of space as, you know, like the first human to do so. However, in a later Vox interview, he said that for sure there was no ice cream on that flight. It was just a misnomer. Somewhere someone got mixed up and it was never included. But frankly, you know, you can't believe these astronauts anyways. I mean, you know, everybody knows that thing was just filmed out in the desert. I mean... Later in 1973, during the Skylab program, refrigeration started getting put into the astronauts' quarters, and they could actually have non-astronaut ice cream for astronaut consumption. So why wasn't astronaut ice cream that popular? I mean, this was a product that was specifically designed for astronauts. Well, according to one NASA food scientist, it just wasn't that popular. Many astronauts, like Walter Cunningham, simply just did not like the taste of the astronaut ice cream. And after 1973, there just wasn't any purpose for it because, like, we had refrigeration, so we could get the real stuff. In fact, Mike said that they were more closely related to a building material than they were a food. So, in conclusion, no, astronaut ice cream was not like a dessert for every meal out in space. However, it was not just this alien concept that had no connection to the space program like some of these articles would like you to believe. It just wasn't as popular as what you wanted it to be when you were a kid, because sometimes boring practicality does come before cool novelty. But with that being said, today we find out, does astronaut ice cream taste like Quikrete? So here is the official astronaut ice cream taste test. So this is the Neapolitan astronaut ice cream. Let's eat this. I mean, it's not bad tasting. It kind of tastes somewhere between like a wafer and like the world's largest Lucky Charm marshmallow. Something to be said about its unpracticality, this is crumbling everywhere. These ice cream shards would like go everywhere in space. Like they're going everywhere right now. And like that would actually be a safety issue. So, you know, maybe not.
You can just see it floating through the very void of space.
This has been Professor Jelly. If you like this video and you want to see more Weird Wikipedia videos like it, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you want to see another funky food video, I did one about the Dill Burrito, which was a Dilbert-themed microwave burrito made by the Dilbert guy. Boy, is it something.